How did you do last week?
I was 1-2, which brings my record to 13-5. Even that's not sustainable.
You're still
crushing it.
You keep saying that is this like a reverse jinx sort of thing that you're doing to yourself by saying it's not sustainable?
Look, I'm the first to tell you when I'm dominating you in a league or something. I'm not like shy about it. I don't do the humble brag. I do the outright brag. But the truth is, like, I've done this long enough against the spread that I could have a ridiculous year and picking 3 games a week would still be really good even at this sample. But I just know what the deal is. It's hard, right? And so I went 1-2 last week, and so that I'm not surprised. I mean, I would love to keep going 3-0, and again, we could all buy a yacht when we're done with this segment, you watching and me talking. But it's funny because I had the Redskins, right, which was the right call. They were getting 5.5. I won on that. I lost on the Bills. That was the last play. It was 4th down and 10 for the Tennessee Titans. They were down 6. They weren't going to kick a field goal. That was it. If they don't complete that pass in the end zone, I win. Other one is I had the Bucks plus 2.5, and if what's his name doesn't step out of bounds, Mike Williams, before he catches that ball, it's a tie game.
Oh, I see. I didn't even see that. I didn't see anything.
So really, it was one play. They both came down to one play, but even had Tampa tied it, unless they went for 2, which Greg Schiano, as much as he tries to be a man and bump into the quarterback when he's trying to kneel down, is not man enough to go for 2. I will just say that there was 0% chance he'd go for the 2-point conversion, which would have been great because make or miss, I would have won. But he wouldn't have done it. They would have gone to overtime, and it would be 50-50 with the 2.5-point line. So that one was 50-50. The other one, last play I lost, and the other one I won. So 13.
Okay, so this week, week 8. Atlanta getting 2.5 at Philly.
I think I'm going to take Philly. I think Atlanta's a joke, right? Atlanta is like, they're 6-0, but everything they do is like so lucky. Like they barely.
Philly, all right.
I don't love Philly either, but at home I think they're going to beat Atlanta. I think they're going to beat them pretty good. I think they're going to beat them by like 13 points. So give me Philly.
I want to see if Michael Vick actually gets, like, Aaron Rodgers mad coming back. Jay Cutler was mad. I like it when the quarterbacks are like they have something to prove, and I think Vick's just like, yo. I don't think he has anything to prove ever.
Yeah, well, because he's just got to get all of his anger and all of his criminal behavior and just put it aside. Otherwise, he'll be out of the league. So Vic cannot get mad. Vic just has to be a cool customer the rest of his career.
And just keep turning the ball
over. Nothing. No, he won't turn it over. I mean, he might turn it over, but like he can't get angry the way some of the other guys can.
Okay, so then New Orleans plus 6 at Denver. We kind of talked about this in the Survivor segment.
I think Denver's going to roll.
Really?
The Saints were really good last year, and even last year they lost all 3 of their losses were on the road, and they were and they weren't even to good teams or great teams. They just couldn't really beat good teams on the road, and they even had tough games with like mediocre teams. And I think Denver has a chance to be a pretty good team. I think Denver is a contender. I think they are. I think they're after the Texans and maybe the Patriots. I think Denver may be the 3rd best team in the AFC right now.
Well, that's what everyone keeps saying, that they have the softest schedule now. They've played the hardest teams, lost to the hardest, the right. best teams in the league thus far, and should make a good run for it here. But so you're taking New Orleans?
Yeah, I'm going to lay I'm taking Denver.
Oh, you're taking Denver.
Points, yeah.
All right, San Francisco minus 6 at Arizona.
This is just an out of principle pick. No one likes Arizona anymore, but they really did outplay Minnesota. Minnesota got so lucky. Arizona's defense is good. San Francisco, their offense is still a little shaky. Frank Gore's banged up. They're on the road, laying 6.5. I think this is going to be an ugly, rough dogfight, just kind of like the Seattle-San Francisco game was. And that could have gone either way with the spread. There were some drops by Seattle in the first half. So I think that I'm going to take the points. I'm going to take Arizona.
I don't know why I'm always so shocked at every single one of you. Considering that you're at, 70-80%, I'm like, no, but, really?
Well, no, I mean, the public loses. I mean, the things that people think are usually, that's built into the line.
Well, we'll see how you do week 8 in the books. This is RotoWire TV.